Why you should invest in yourself. Any single time we're gonna financially, energetically, mentally invest in something, it should always be in yourself. You should be your first priority. In the long run, in life, you are yourself. So if yourself is bad, if yourself is good, that's gonna be the reflection of how the world takes you. Would you not want yourself to be the best version of yourself? This way everyone around you could be the best version of themselves. This could be minor, this could be big. Overall, if there's a decision to, spend $100 and you're very hungry, or you want to have a vice, get a vape, get a McDonald's dinner, you should rather put that into S&P 500, invest it into the stock market, or maybe invest it into a gym membership, something that will overall long-term benefit you. You want to have yourself set up for succession, long-term and short-term. A jump rope so you can start physical training, or whether it be a mat so you can do physical training at your house. You want to make decisions that are going to best suit your best interests. Now, don't mistake that for dopamine, like I said. You want to have it for delayed gratification. You want to buy things and invest in things mentally, financially, that are going to ultimately benefit you in the long run. So if you have a food option, you should buy lean meats, vegetables, healthy carbs, not Kool-Aid, fast food, or candy. You want to make the decisions that are ultimately going to align with you at your peak, at your best self. If you don't know how to do this, it's very easy. It's training your mental attitude and your mental fortitude to situations around you. If you have a very tight schedule and you're already working with what you got, you have maybe a shift from Monday to Friday, Saturday, from 9 to 5, and then after that you have to go gym, you have to eat, and you have to work on some side projects. And then, a family member or someone close to you, or maybe not even close to you, asks you to join a play. They need your help physically, they need you to be there, they need your time and energy. And it's gonna be, from like 7 to 10, and you already have a very tight schedule, you're very packed. I'm not saying do this out of bad intention, but you need to put yourself as your first priority. You need to understand what that's gonna come with. It's gonna come with time, energy, and even a little bit of finances, commuting back and forth, maybe getting food there. And this will ultimately hurt you because you already have a tight schedule. You're trying to pursue what you want to pursue on the side, but you have your little time at the end of the day to do this before you have to wake up for a 9 to 5 job. Because you have to give, as I said, time, energy, and that's very, very big. If you're already coming back from a 9 to 5 shift, you're gonna have limited time and energy because you used a lot of it during the day. So you wanna make the best decisions with the cards you have. Now, this could go anywhere else in life. If someone's saying, hey, yo, let's go out tonight and party, and you have to wake up early because you wanted to train because you have to catch a flight later in the day and you only have a limited amount of time, the best move on the chessboard next would clearly to be saying no. And this doesn't mean being rude about it or disrespectful, but you can kindly and politely say to the people around you, or maybe not even respond, that you're not gonna go because you have other commitments, priorities. You're putting yourself first, you're investing in yourself. Now this can go from minor situations, big situations, like I said, hitting this vape, doing this deed, whether it be bad or good. You have to ultimately think, is this gonna make me be the best version of myself as an investment? If not, then you should change your priorities and the way you think and your decision making, because that's ultimately what's gonna guide you through life. If you're always walking around through life, prioritizing yourself, you're gonna be a lot more successful and have a lot more success in anything you endure, because that's already the way you're thinking about it and going into it. And in future scenarios, you'll probably be attracting these types of situations, and you're already gonna know what you do and don't want, because you have mental requirements of what you can do and what you can't do, as if it will align with your goal or not to make you the best version of yourself. So overall, you should always invest in yourself. Like I said, with finances, this can be very easier. Obviously, if you have a paycheck and you get $2,000 a month, the way you can budget it could always vary, but ultimately you want to be spending the majority of that budget into yourself, whether that be the stock market, because you're gonna have compound growth over the years and it's very safe, whether it be physical items, tangible items that are gonna help you, physically or mentally, a book which can help your mind mentally, give you knowledge, things that will help you, not that will hurt you. If you want to get food with that money, like I said, make the better decisions, the healthier choices. Now physically as well, if you're trying to become a boxer, or if you're an IT worker, the very two different scenarios. So if you're a boxer, you're gonna have to say no to playing basketball with your friends, playing soccer with your friends, going on a long walk, maybe a hike, because you have a set routine which involves a lot of physical requirement and activity. So you're already working with what you got. And on the times you're not physically working, you're probably laying around, reading, letting your body rest, because you're gonna have to get up and train. Rather, if you're an IT worker, you have a lot more to work with. You can go gym after work. You can maybe play basketball or soccer with friends, because It's not gonna hurt your investment in yourself because you have two different goals. Now, overall, you wanna set yourself as a priority and invest in yourself.